Hello, everyone. Welcome to another podcast session. In our session today, I would like to talk to you about a beautiful technique that I recently learned from BJ Fogg, the author of Tiny Habits. Now, if you are someone struggling to build a habit or to start doing something related to habit, but you don't really find yourself actually getting to do it, it's just still in your mind and you feel it's taking forever for you to actually even begin and you just don't know what to do next. So this one is for you because this helped me opened up a new insight and something that I was struggling with. I was stuck in for a very long time. And when I came across this technique, I was like, hey, this is exactly what I was looking for. So BJ Fogg, in his bestseller Tiny Habits, even though he has shared some real amazing content and methods to build our habits, one thing that really stayed back with me, and I would like to share that with you, is how we begin or establish building a habit. So for this, the term Fogg use is to scale it back or to make it as tiny or as small as possible. And to explain this, he also shared an example which I would like to reshare here. There was a woman who had put on a lot of weight and she wanted to eat healthy. But this goal seems very far-fetched because she just couldn't get herself or get time from her busy schedule to cook for herself or to eat healthy and eventually lose weight. So she tried many methods, but none of it worked. So over a period of time, since she was just stuck in the same loop of trying and not really getting it through, and then she forgetting the whole establishing a habit, she kind of gave up. But having been coached by Fogg, she was asked to adopt a different technique. The technique was that for several weeks, all she had to do was a tiny habit. And that was to go into the kitchen at the time that she's about to prepare a meal and switch on the burner. That's it. So for several weeks, she went into the kitchen, switched on the burner, switched it off, and came back. And this went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then came a day where she stood there for a while after she had switched on the burner and thought, okay, now since I've switched on the burner, let me put in some appliance over here. And she tried to heat up some water in the appliance. She did the same thing for the next coming several weeks. And then came a day where she thought, while now that I have been able to, in such a short span of time, use an appliance and heat some water, why not add some veggies into it and try making a soup out of it? So eventually, over a period of time, while she took those very, very tiny and easy steps, there came a time where she was actually able to dish out good, healthy food, home cooked by herself, and was able to attain her goal of eating healthy and losing her weight. With this example, friends, what we learn is that most of us, and it happens with almost 99% of us, where we may want to build a habit, but somehow we don't really are able to get to it. Now, the main reason behind this is that we think big. We may want to achieve something in a very short span of time, which might be very motivating for some of us, but it's very, very tedious and overwhelming. And as we try doing it and attempting it, as a result, we may altogether leave it. The same was happening with this woman who wanted to eat healthy because maybe in her head she was thinking to eat healthy, meaning a lot of planning and being able to cook and then over a period of time that she would lose weight. and the whole plan looked very, very tedious to her. So the method here that Fogg teaches, where we cut down or scale back the habit into into such a tiny thing or so easy to apply that it becomes like a regular any-day task. So in her case, if we go back to the same example, when she went in and just went in for several weeks and switched on the burner, that's it. That has a neuroscience to it. This is where she was trying to rewire her mind and not feel guilty, but taking that one small step towards her major goal of eating healthy. It started small, it did not overwhelm her, neither she may ever had felt lazy or tired to do so, nor she felt guilty about it. But practicing it every single day, she was able to break through the things that were holding her back and get into a zone of cooking healthy meals for herself. So the way Fogg explained this, he made it very simple. And if in case you feel that there is something that you always wanted to, establish or develop a habit, but you find yourself very similar to this woman's experience, overwhelmed, not feeling like it's a huge thing and maybe you would do it some other day or some other time, try this. It's very simple, friends. Scale it back, make it as tiny as possible and try it. But you need to do it every single day. And you will see to it that you are able to achieve the long-term goal, the huge goal you never thought was possible. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.